AVGM was a game that me and Tyler Glale made in 4 hours for the Global Game Jam, which is like a 48-hour game jam thing. And we had gone up to UCSC and I had like talked there, and I thought, what if I could make a game like real quick so I could be included in this. And we threw it together. It was over Super Bowl Sunday because we weren't watching the game.
You didn't?
No.
The
The one team won.
yeah,
The game was basically it was all grayed out like a room with a little switch on the side, a light switch, and if you click the light switch once, a random item appears in the room that you can kind of move around and interact with, and then if you click the light switch twice, another one, and then 4 times, another one, and then 8 times, another one, 16 times, and so on and so on and so on, until it gets to 10,000 clicks. And the game was basically commentary on the formula that's used in most massively multiplayer RPGs and a lot of online games that are on Facebook and stuff like that, like Pet Society and Farmville, especially Farmville, where you're basically rewarded with digital items for time spent and clicks, like quite literally. People don't see that because they're lost in the repetition of something, and they're just really irresponsible games that feed off of our minds and the holes that we have in our brains, where like if we don't know what's behind box 2 and we are told that if we do an undisclosed amount of things that we can see what's under that box, there's a possibility that we might not have to do that much to see what's under that box, and what's under that box could be awesome. We could really want what's under that box. So we will click, 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 and spend God knows how long doing nothing for something that you don't ever physically have.
No.
And the thing is like a lot of these games too, the things that you get are not only worthless digital items, but also don't matter in the slightest to anything. And there's most of the time the things that you get you don't even want. So it's just one of those things. It's like everybody has this part of their brain that wants to hoard things and collect things. Everybody has this part in their brain that wants to know what's under, box 2, 3, and 4 or whatever. And everybody, wants to spend their time doing something to escape from the world. And this is a formula that's set up can be horribly abusive if done the right or wrong way, depending on how you look at things. An example of that would be in Pet Society. You could go around doing these really rudimentary, horrible races with things where you're just clicking buttons, or you could go around washing other people's pets. And in order to do this, you get coins. And with the coins, you buy furniture. Instead of doing all that, which would probably take like an hour, hour and a half to do, you could simply just put in your credit card and get all those coins that you would have gotten for only, $5. And then you could get the random items that you need.
Yeah.
So of course people that once they figure it out, it's just like when you go to the fucking the theater and they're like, hey, you can get a small Coke for $4, but for $5 you can get the extra large, you fool.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's a
why
better
would
deal.
you just do this? Why would you want to do all the work? You might as well just pay the money and get the bigger one. It's better.
It's $1 more.
So of course people will figure out, hey, I could just put in some money and I won't even have to spend the time. The punishment. I won't have to endure the punishment. So then they just put in their money, and that's how those things make fucking billions of dollars. It's because that's how people are built. It's horrible. But AVGM was a response to that. AVGM stands for Abusive Video Game Manipulation. And it was just stripped down to its basics. Click the button, get rewarded with digital things that you didn't know. You also got rewarded with random sound effects. Were exciting, and then all your items would get colored in, and it was a stripped down formula of that existing formula, except I wasn't asking for money. And we put a stat checker on it, and people clicked that thing. Many, hundreds and hundreds of people clicked that thing 10,000 times to see the end, because they wanted to know what would happen when they finally got all the items. And I think I proved the point.
Yeah.
But that was one of those fuck you games where I'd like to believe that most people got the joke early on, even though I know most people didn't.
No.
But I'd like to think that a lot of people did and maybe question things.